Gardner! No, not this one, the cooler one. So I'm doing this video to criticize Gardner because she got changed like recently. When I say recently, it might be like 2 weeks ago again. I don't know. But I just played her recently. I played her with Freud, with Boodle, and with Nike yesterday. And I just find out something that I didn't know. Apparently the Gardner, I don't know if that's this way now or if it was like this before, but she's vaulting 10% faster near rocket chairs. Which is kinda... I don't know how to think about it. It's not something that you can really track. It's not something you keep track of. Like, you're not running around and then you're like, oh shit, there's a rocket chair, let me run over there so that I can vault 10% faster, you know? That doesn't happen. And also, they say that when you're destroying their chair, their takeoff speed is decreased by 10%. I don't know exactly what they mean. When I hear takeoff speed, I'm thinking about the animation when the chair turns, and that's kinda irrelevant if that's what it is, because like either way, like as soon as the animation starts, they're dead, so the hunter can just leave the chair. So unless they mean that it actually slows down the death meter, I don't think this is relevant. So when you start the match, the bubble is still there for like 50 seconds, I think it is, so you can take down rocket chairs. What they added is that your bubble can recuperate if you stand still. I'm just gonna wait. So the bubble vanished. I have like 8 more seconds before I can regenerate it, and the way you regenerate it is by standing still for like 5 seconds, I think they say. So I'm running, okay, if I see the hunter approaching, if I gauge the distance and I'm thinking, okay, I can generate my bubble, I stand still, and then boom, it's generated for 3 seconds, and then it's just gone. And then there's a 25 seconds before this effect can repeat itself. So it definitely adds more into the Gardner. It definitely adds something that wasn't there before, but her playstyle is kinda awkward, it's kinda weird, you know? Just the fact that you have to stand still and you're like, oh shit, the hunter's coming towards me, ah, come on, bubble, generate. Like, it's scary and it's super awkward, it's super counterintuitive, right? You're playing this game where you have to hide from a hunter, where you have to escape from a hunter, you have to outsmart him. It would be less weird if you could somehow like build up this bubble, if you could trigger it manually. It would be way less weird. Or I don't know, you have an option and then you press this option, then you have the Gardner just doing an animation where she's spraying or whatnot. This standing still thing is very weird. It feels very off. I don't think it makes her particularly strong. Her faster vault speed, I didn't really get a chance to test it, but it's not something that you really control, really. Okay, I see the hunter saw me. So I can generate the bubble right now, right? I'm gonna generate it. Oh, not enough, not enough. You see, I realize it when it's too late. So it makes it kinda weird, you know? So there's a rocket chair and there's a 10%. Oh fuck, I got stuck. I can feel a little difference, but again, it's not something that you really control. I think the triggering thing, triggering it manually, it also helps you in not activating this skill by accident. Because I don't know, maybe you're hiding. You have to constantly move so you can keep yourself from triggering it if you want to save it, because the way it functions is super weird. You're generating your bubble by standing still, then once you activated this bubble, there's a time limit before this bubble just explodes. It's very short, and then you have a long cooldown before you can generate another bubble. So it would make more sense if she functioned like the Enchantress, if there was something that she was building up and then she could activate it. You can pull off some things like this, already did it, you know, you stand next to the pallet, and then you're generating the bubble, the hunter hits you, and then he triggers his recovery animation, and then you stun him with the pallet. There's some things that you can really pull off, but like, it's hard the way she is right now. It would be way easier if you could just like pop it instantly, then you're dismantling the chair, he hits you, and while he's recovering by hitting you, you're still dismantling the chair. So this character, she's better than she's before. You can do more with her. She has more. However, she's not great. She's still not great. I don't think she's amazing. I'm pretty sure they will keep adjusting her, keep working on her, and it's good. I think she's a interesting character. She's unique. I would rather that they work on her rather than the mercenary. I wish they would just destroy the mercenary from the game. She has at least more thought process put into her. The fact that she's a trickier character to use, the fact that you don't really know what to do with this character, like do you put down the rocket chairs or do you just prioritize decoding, right? You know that you can take down the rocket chairs, but is it really the right thing that you should be doing? Like, this already makes this character way more interesting, you know, than just playing more straightforward characters like the mercenary that I hate. I think the fact that she's not great makes it more, it adds some kind of mystery into this character. Like, I'm trying to figure out if there's something, if I can make her useful, if I can like figure something out, and it makes me want to play her more just because I want to discover this. I want to discover how I can utilize her rocket chair dismantling thing. So if she actually doesn't receive any like major buffs, if she doesn't become strong, I'm not gonna be too mad because I can understand that. Like, she's tricky. Like, yeah, how can you make this character not be absolutely a nuisance? You know, like, you don't want her to be able to destroy chairs permanently, right? So how can you make her like be unique but also not be too strong or broken, right? So I can kind of get it. Like, I can understand if they don't make her strong, like, fast. Like, I can get it if they don't know what to do about this character. Like, for example, when it comes to the mercenary, this guy has to go, man. I don't care. Like, he's way too safe, man. His concept, I think it's stupid. But Gardner, I can understand if they take their time with her, because they really need to know what they're doing if they're changing her. She's really tricky to balance, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much Gardner, man. She's not super strong, but that's what makes me want to play her.